Okay. That's the thing? Then that's the thing. Father Garcia, you are hereby instructed to release Michael Davies from your custody and return him to his home immediately. Mr. and Mrs. Davies have already been contacted by our office. A representative of the church is currently en route to their home to discuss compensation in return for their discretion. You will meet our representative there and accompany him back to Rome. Cardinal Gifford. Okay, yeah, you have your own cross. Day 1. Two weeks. 3 months. He is no longer a kid. He is a creature of darkness.
How are we doing today, Michael? I like the cotton. You just go home until you get better, Michael. And I should not be as happy. I need to make you better first. When she let you get on me, refuse I meant to be people.
Be gone, fiend! And the house is encroached in darkness. Oh, he took the 3 months photo. He's eating on the flesh of someone.
Dios mío, what have you done? I have somebody as a pig!
That's...
You can hide from God, evil. You shall read us of the Almighty.
Yeah, that's the voice line that I cut him off on before, is that, I have the body of a pig thing. We're back here with John and this deer. And we're in the woods again. Oh, I see, yeah. Can I bless this tree? I sure can, and bless the deer corpse, specifically. Notice, aviso. The current investigation being conducted at Gallup Cemetery by the State of Connecticut Historical Society has been postponed until further notice. In the interim, we ask the public to avoid the cemetery grounds, the surrounding woods, any wildlife, and any unidentified persons roaming the area. Thank you for your patience. Now there's one. But how many more? Oh, and also, what about this tree? Okay, cool. I shook hands with the devil. I looked him in the eye. He looked like a long-lost friend. Dearest disciple, verily, not everyone who says Lucifer shall inherit his kingdom. You must first conjure his demon. You must then serve his demon. You must then walk among the children of men as his demon. Thus shall you receive the blessing of the unspeakable. Return to the saved family tomb whenever you are in need of rest, Gary. Enter the spirit house. Rob Zombie-looking guy. Strange-looking person, and then a skinhead. Get the key. So he's hiding amongst the clouds, basically, or the plumes of smoke, if you would. There we go. Banished him at the last seconds. Losing Grandpa was the hardest thing I ever experienced. We were really close. I cried about it for weeks, and my stepmom introduced me to some of her friends. They asked me, would you like to see your grandfather again? I missed him so much I was willing to try anything. That night, my stepmom drove me to one of her friends' house. They took me down to the basement. I saw my grandfather in there, only it wasn't actually him. When I tried to run, they closed the basement door and locked me in. I can't remember much else from that night. My stepmom's friends are always coming by the house now. They tell me I have a debt to pay. They say they have work for me to do. Or was it just up once? I guess it was up once. Yee! Forgot you did that. There we go. I've been freed. No more overbearing father-turned-violent alcoholic. No more hiding my bruises and cuts. No more pills and needles. No more getting laughed at and kicked around. They'll never laugh at me again. By day, my body withers away, but by night, my mind explores forbidden worlds of power and knowledge, guided by beings of pure darkness. I have been trusted with secret knowledge of the demon's seal. I have learned the correct conjuring sign, drawing the inverted star along the rocks arranged in 5. First at the top left point, and then down. I will lure them into the woods, then I will show them my power. Aha! It is with great sadness that the Sterling community announces the passing of Cindy Marie Martin, 38, and Robert Kimball Martin, 40, devoted husband and wife and beloved parents. Their lives tragically came to an end on September 21st due to an accident in their home. Bob was a training advisor for the United States Navy, and Cindy was a CPA and more recently a stay-at-home mother. They were married March 12, 1969, nice, in Voluntown. Though not particularly religious, they taught their children to be kind, generous, and involved in the community. A public closed-casket memorial will be held at Tillinghast Funeral Home at 10 a.m. Thursday. Burial services will proceed shortly after. Bob and Cindy are survived by their daughter Amy and twin boys Nate and Jason. Yeah, but now everything's reversed. I think I did that exact same thing in my previous playthrough. Like when I played this the first time, I immediately turned around when I saw the blood and put the cross up. That's funny. Alright. The embryo demon. Yee! There we go. Less embryo, more, umbilical cord demon. Nobody was thrilled when I got pregnant, not even a little happy. Even my doctor seemed to be judging me. Each time I'd leave the doctor's office, I'd see this strange woman across the street. All she'd do is stare at me and smile. No words, just a big, warm smile. Somehow it made those visits a little more bearable. After I lost the baby, I saw her again across the street from the doctor's. Her smile was as big as ever, but somehow not as warm and friendly as I remember. Yesterday I was walking and was shocked to see the woman standing in the middle of the path. Now she was pregnant. She beckoned towards me. I followed her off the path into the woods. That's when I met Gary. Hello, me. Sacrifice a part of myself to get the key. Oh, that's something I'll just have to look up later. Yeah, that's terrifying. She guards the door to underground purgatory. Eye hath not seen her, children fear her. Confess thy sins. Day 1 of our paranormal investigation into the Old Snake Meadow Hill Church. We've got 3 cameras, a box of tapes, and enough beer and beef jerky to last us a week. On our way in, we asked some of the locals about the church. It was mostly the stories we had heard before, evil spirits dragging children into the cornfield and secret tunnels under the chapel. But there was this spindly lady game that we hadn't heard yet. Apparently it has to do with summoning the spirit of a woman who used to take care of the orphans back in the 50s. There was even an old rhyme they told us. Walk the church from room to room and maybe you will see her. She will move when you do, but never try to trick her. Awesome. We're going to try the game tonight to see if we, tonight as soon as we get settled in. Bless the skull. Night 3. Shouldn't have come here. Tape's missing. Lars stuck behind basement door. Henry hasn't come back yet. Can't leave anyway.
Pray for me, Father, for I have sinned. What sins have you done to your face? I tried to save a girl from evil, but my fears overcame me. I turned my back on the ministry and broke my vows to God. A year later, the girl reached out to me again, but in the end, I couldn't save her. I left her to die. I am sorry for these and my past sins. Thou hast said will. Here is my penance. Bring the child to me. Perform the sanctification. And thou shalt have the peace thou seekest. Give thanks to the Lord for his good. For his mercy endures forever.
Yep. I bless this painting. Night 1. We still haven't found a way into the basement, but we found something just as cool. A secret passage in the old confession booth, leading to this hallway. Henry's going into town to buy a crowbar. We'll see if we can't get some of these boards off of some of these doors. That's not even the best part. We caught an EVP. You can't hear it on tape very well, but to us it kind of sounded like laughing. Thank God we brought the nice mic. We'll review it once. We'll review it on the sound gear once we get back into town. I bless. Yep, the hand through the face with Amy. Broken Jesus. And a broken angel, maybe Seraphim. Night 2, we're gonna be rich. We've caught supernatural stuff on camera before, sure. Doors opening on their own, things falling off of shelves, but nothing like this. Tonight, while we were trying the Spindly Lady game again, one of the candles on the floor lit up by itself as soon as Lars walked into the room. It was nuts, and we got it all on film. We're gonna make a fortune selling this to the TV stations. Nope. A heretic? Me? Never. Darkness surrounds thee. This is my final memoir, hastily scribbled on a book of the good book, or on a page of the good book. I now descend the staircase knowing full well that she waits for me ahead. Checking my old watch has revealed something quite astonishing. Time doesn't change down here as we know it on the surface. Even now the hands don't move past 2. Excuse me. God's work be done. I have been to where only the faintest light shine and protect from things unspeakable. God help me, Father Clark, a foolish old man, going mad in this dark prison, ears bleeding from the screams of the demon. Well, it seems he did not get far down. There we go. Mother of Demons. Okay. There's a bunch of cultist symbols around. 3 murdered in latest wave of ritualistic killings, Sterling, Connecticut. The bodies of 3 young people were discovered in the woods outside of Sterling last night in what authorities are calling a ritualistic murder. Cassandra Atwood, Angel Nogales, and Troy Ingalls are the names of the unfortunate victims who apparently were stabbed multiple times and beheaded before being killed in a paganistic ritual. Pandemonium Regnans. 2 of the victims' bodies were also partially burned, although authorities would not specify who. The bodies were found several miles from Gallup Cemetery, where residents reported a tomb had been desecrated. They also found trails of blood leading off into the woods. Investigators would not comment on whether or not these 2 incidents could be related. The arrangement of the bodies in a ritualistic pattern, as well as the writing of certain symbols in blood, matches the style of several murders that have occurred in the Sterling area since 1986. The killings may be connected to last week's brutal slaying of Amy Martin, a 17-year-old girl, by John Ward. Ward had impersonated a priest to gain Amy's trust before luring her into the woods and killing her. Investigators are asking residents to report any suspicious activity to the police. Authorities are urging the people of Sterling to not mourn the loss of Atwood, Nogales, and Ingles, because after all, they were degenerate, devil-worshipping thugs who were hooked on crack cocaine and hated their parents. Why even conduct an investigation at all? That's what you would like them to think, wouldn't you, John? They were just 3 pathetic outcasts who got what they deserved. You actually did the community a favor when you found them getting high in that tomb. You stalked them through the graves and killed them one by one. You ignored their cries for help, their pleas for mercy. You put holes in their ruined, drug addict bodies, and then you chopped off their heads because everybody knows that removing the head is the only way to kill a snake. Well, guess what? You didn't kill the snake, John. You cannot kill what cannot be killed. Thou shalt not raise up what thou canst put down again. Thou couldst not kill Amy, thou shalt not destroy my works, for they are the works of the eternal dragon. Even now she is at thy door, her hand is at thy throat, yet you see her not. I will have thy soul, for I am the god of this world. Pandemonium regnant satani vitae, repeated ad nauseum. Pandemonium regnant satani vitae roughly translates to chaos reigns, Satan lives. And of course the 666 pentagram. I'm here, John. Aki. Bless these bones. 2 more dead discovered outside Candy Tunnel near Sterling. 2 more bodies have been recovered from the drainage ditch under Snake Meadow Hill Road outside Sterling. The notorious Candy Tunnel, known in the area to be a home to addicts, gangs, runaways, and the indignant, has been the site of several grisly discoveries over the past 3 months. Since May, 5 bodies have been recovered from the drainage ditch leading to the tunnels. Authorities are being pressured by concerned citizens to search the tunnels amid fears of a possible connection to Joe Bauman, aka the Candy Store Killer, who has claimed 8 victims in Connecticut and Rhode Island over the past year. It's another skeleton, Alistair, or Alistair, if you would. Multiple officers wounded, 1 dead in sewer tunnel shootout. Law enforcement officials are reporting multiple officers down, including 1 deputy who was fatally wounded after an exchange of gunfire in the sewer tunnels near Snake Meadow Hill Road, also known as the Candy Tunnel. Witnesses say they heard the shots approximately 10 minutes after police raided the tunnels, where suspected murderer Joe Bauman, aka the Candy Store Killer, was alleged to be hiding. At this time, it is not known how many officers have been wounded, although it has been confirmed that 1 officer has been killed. Officials are not saying if Bauman was wounded in the exchange, and the efforts are being made to recover the casualties from the tunnels. Okay. I'm not gonna move. Okay. Thank you.
Here I am. Daily QA.
This is where the important part comes in.
Afraid God, where 2 or 3 are gathered in God's name, there will he be also. We can banish this demon together. You must protect me while I recite the 91st Psalm. Let us go.
And this is where it really all matters.
Yes, it's true what happened to Amy. You are no murderer, God. There is not much you could have done.
Yeah,
But
honestly.
maybe now her soul is at rest. Let us go.
Good, it does save here. Okay. A little closer than I would have liked. Morning breaks. John, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry. I will always love you back, Molly.
I'm not going in there.
Oh, yeah? Cool. Great. There's a letter. John, we don't have much time. The profane Sabbath is almost upon us. If they find Nate and Jason, they will perform a ritual on them to call forth a demon of unspeakable power. The name of the demon is Malthus. I am in the process of discovering their whereabouts. I will contact you again soon. We must not let them do to the boys what they did to Amy. Father Garcia. Ooh. Oh. And that's the true ending.
My nightmares are getting worse. Ever since I left that house, I am haunted by visions of demons. I finished my work with Amy, but now the boys are in danger. This time I must not fail. Malthus must be stopped. As the profane Sabbath draws closer, the workers of darkness grow stronger.
Indeed.
This will be my greatest test of faith yet. God have mercy on my soul.
Yeah. Ending 1. Go forth with faith.